Welcome everybody, welcome to the 30th episode of the Advanced Dungeons and Dynamics 365 Bare Bones Configuration live stream. I need to work out how to shorten that, but in this live stream, what we're doing for 30 minutes every day or so, we're going out and we're configuring Dynamics 365 from the base up. So we're slowly moving through all the different modules and showing you how you can go and configure Dynamics. And it's really not that hard. And we're going out and we're doing it in a fun way. We're going out and doing it in the theme of Dungeons and Dragons, as you probably guessed from the name of the live stream, if you haven't been on this before. And currently we're on the 30th episode, so we've been rocking and rolling and moving through all of this, and we're now finishing off the basic collections area within Dynamics. So what we're doing is we're working through the accounts receivable. We've set up some customers, we've created some invoices, and we created some collection pools in the previous episode. And now what we're going to do is just tidy things up and get ready for collecting our all of our invoices from our customers by creating some collection letters and also some collection sort of levels in there. So what we're doing is we're going to be using our lab environment to go out and work through this. And in the next half hour, we're going to set up some information that we've got here. So what we've been doing up until now is we've been working through the collections management, and we've got some aged balances that are popping up here. So we're starting to get some good data coming through. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go out and we're going to start setting up the collections. And what we're doing is we're using the bare bones configuration guides. I'm going out and doing what you would do if you were working through this. I'm going through the same steps that we've got laid out in the bare bones configurations guide, so that there's a contiguous flow, so that you can go out and you can start from the beginning and get to the end. So what we're doing here is, if we again, we're working through the fourth module of the credit and collections, and we're going to go through and finish this off. And I don't know how long this is going to take, whether it'll take the full half hour or not, but we'll work through it. And what we're going to do is we're going to configure collection letters. Now, collection letters are a sequence of letters that you send out to your customers, and they should be polite at the beginning, and then they get a little bit more forceful as we move through the different collection stages. So we're going to create two different collection letter sequences. We're going to create a high priority collection letter for the customers that we really want to get the money from, and a little bit more lenient low priority set of collection letters. So we're going to be following this, and then for those of you that haven't seen the instructions, and what we've got is we've got the instructions listed out here with everything that you need to do with the steps along the way. So our first collection notice is going to be is for the high collection management. So let's go through and let's set this up. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into the collection letters maintenance page, and this is the, let's see if we can find it. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this option, which is the setup of the collection letter sequence. And it's a little bit of a mouthful of a form name, but this is where we're going to go out and create our sequences. Now we can access this through the menu search, as you can see here, or what we can do is we can go to credit and collections and set up, and we can find this here within the menu item. It's entirely up to you. It's based off your preference on how we want to go and access this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go out and we're going to create our first letter sequence. And this is going to be the high priority customers. And now what we're going to do is we're going to specify the sequence of the collection letter details that we're going to have as we pull these through. So let's add some more space. So here's a tip that we want to go out and we want to see this additional information that's over here. And in a lot of the forms, we've got the menu, the navigation bar on the side. We can go and hide that, and that'll actually give us more space, and it gives us just enough to see all the records. So what we're going to do is we're going to say we're going to create a first level, and this is going to be our first warning. Let me just. So I'm just trying to copy this. So this is going to be our first warning that we have. And then this is going to be after, let's say 1 day, after it's 1 day overdue. So this is our first set of letters. And then what we can do is we can also add, for example, a fee, but we don't really want to do that where we're going to give the customer the benefit of the doubt that they're just a little bit overdue. And then I'm going to create a second letter, which is our second collection letter. And this is, let's go. And this is going to be the second notification. So let's change this down here and let's keep this consistent. So this is going to be our first notification. And then we're going to add a fee here of 20 Faerûnian standard dollars. But because we're adding this, we need to add, let's try to add an account for this. And I'm going to make this or actually what I'm going to do is I don't have a bad debt expense. So I'm going to add a new one here. So what I'm doing here is I'm going back into the general ledger, and we don't have an account for this. So this is going to be an expense account, and I'm just going to save this. So I want everything that I'm posting to go to this bad debt expense. And then I'm going to say that after 20 days that we're going to, or let's say let's be a little bit more ruthless. After 3 days, then I want to send this letter, and we're tacking on this expense. So let's add another one here. And this is going to be our third collection letter. And this is going to be let's go and just say, use this. This is going to be our third notification with fees. And then we're going to post this to bad debt expenses. And then we're going to tack on, we're going to be ruthless. We're going to tack on more currency. And then this is going to be another 5 days later. So we're being very aggressive with our items here. And then also what I'm going to do is I'm going to say after this final collection, and this is going after another 10 days, then we're going to add the last item, which is going to be our fourth collection letter. Let me just double check on that. Actually, we're going to say that this is going to be a collection. And then this is going to be our, let me see what I want to call this. I'm going to say and we're going to add a charge here, and then this is going to be after 10 days. So what we've got is we've got this sort of hierarchy here for the collection notices. And I'm just looking. Okay. And I'm going to have all of these notes coming in here. Now the collection letters is we can go out, and if we want to, we can go out and add notes to this. So I can go out and just paste in these notes for the collection letters. Now also, if I wanted, I've got a notice here that for a HTML file that I can use. And just to give you an idea, then I'm pulling this directly from the documentation that we've got. So this is this note is the note that I'm going to send whenever I send the notice itself. So I can paste this in, and I've formatted it as HTML so that then we can have a better view of this in the system. So let me just go back here to the view. So I've pasted this into the collection note. So I can go out and add this to each one of these levels. And then this is the note that's going to be in here. If I wanted to personalize this, then I could change each note and add more severity to the notes as well. Now, something that I really haven't noticed is that it looks like now we can go out and we can have the collection letter status linked to the terms of payment. So say, for example, if in this case I wanted to have this paid based off a one-day net payment, then that would make more sense for our collection note. Now, but we could have some more lenient collection notices for the longer-term net dates we've got here as well. So let's save that. And so now what we've got is we've got our first collection letter. Now what we're going to do is we can go out and we'll create a second collection letter sequence that we'll use for customers. And what we're going to do is we're going to make this a low priority. And we're going to go out and we're going to create some codes here. And let me just copy. So I'm going to create now some that are a little bit more lenient. So I'm going to create the first collection notice, and this is going to be 30 days after the first item. I'm going to go out and choose a second one. And make this 30 days collection letter 3. And make it after 30 days here. And then collection letter 4. After 30 days, and you can see what we're doing. And I'm going to go to the final collection, which is going to be after another 30 days. Notice for this one, I'm not going out and I'm not adding any fees or currency to this. So possibly this could be, this could be for customers that we're a little bit afraid of, that we don't want to tick off, and we just want to politely remind them that they've got amounts due that's associated with them. So if I go back and paste in our collection notice, then what we're going to do is we're going to have our notes being sent out to them with our payment information. So what we've got now is we've got our two different types of collection letters that are set up here within the system. And also we can go out and specify these with terms of payment. Now let's try something. We've got a little bit of time, so let's try something here. And let's try this. What we can actually do is say, I want my coin on delivery selected as a cash account. Okay, so this is good, because actually what it's saying is the cash on delivery. If we look at the configuration, what it's saying that is a cash payment. So we're expecting to receive the cash up front with that. So the cash, the COD, and the coin would not be allowed. But if I go out and if I say net 1 day, then this is going to allow me to do it. And what I can do is I could go out and be ruthless, and I'm going to say that I've got my collection notice here. Maybe I'm going to add a collection fee on top of this, because we have to hire someone to go out and collect on this. And then this is going to be after 1 day. And also what we're going to do is we can block that customer as well here through these collection notes. So, although actually I'm not going to do that because I may use my customers as well. Now, also some other areas that we can talk about is what we can do is we can say if there's a maximum overdue balance, then maybe we start a collection against them. But if, say for example, if they only owe $5, then we're not really going to go out and send a collection letter out to them. We're just going to go out and start collecting on that. So now that we've got this, then we're not going to go out and create the collection letters, because we don't have any large transactions that we need to receive. But what this is going to do is we can try this. So we can base this off the collection letters. We can go out and say the collection letter date, maybe the end of the month. And then this is going to go out and start working through all of our collection letters and start creating the journals for us. If I look in here, then I don't have any collection letter journals. I'll try creating one more. And the collection letter should be the first collection letter here. And let's just run this one more time. But again, I don't think we've got enough data in the system to start creating these. So we'll probably look at that later on within the system. So yeah, so no collection letters are coming through. Now, the final item that we're going to look at today is we've gone through the collection letters, and what we can do now is we can go out and we can create customer statements. So this is going to finish off all of the work that we're doing here in the credit and collections to create our simple collections management process. And what we want to do is we want to go out, and we should be able to go out and print a customer statement and allow that to be sent to the customer. So let's go back to the surface, And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my aged balances workbench. And what we've got is we've got our customer accounts, we've got the invoices that we created before, and then what we want to do is, say, for example, if we want to talk to the customer and send them all their outstanding balances, and then we'll see if I've got this configured. Then what we can do is we can just go and select any of the customers and select to print the statement. And I'm going to try just, I don't need to specify any dates here. And also I'm printing this to the screen. So let's see, make sure that I've got this up and running. If everything goes well, then what we should do is we should get a customer statement that we can go out. Let's see. So that actually gave me an internal error. So the customer statement would go out and would show us the details for this customer and allow us to print it. So for some reason, the customer statement, the report isn't printing. I'll probably go out and just check that and maybe follow back up on this in the next area. So this is what we've done is we can look at the statements, we can look at the agings that are here, we can look at the letters that we've been creating and posting for the customer, and we can manage a lot of the collection information. We can also go out and we can start creating collection notes if we want to. We haven't configured the collection process yet, but later on we'd have the ability to do that as we go out and sort of create all of these items. So that sort of ends today's session, where we've gone through and we've really just finished off the collections. In the next episode, what we're going to do is, I believe we're going to start looking at customer payments. So we're going to be able to receive in the cash that's owed to us by these customers, and then clear out their accounts, and then as a result go and update the bank accounts as well, so that we have everything all tidied up. So everything that we've been building up into here is going to start flowing back to the customer, and to the bank accounts and all of these things that we've got set up. So hopefully you'll tune in for episode 31, which is going to be customer payments. And what we'll do is we'll end this. Just a reminder, you can actually you can get copies of all of these guides that give you the step-by-step instructions that I'm working through. You can go out and you can also support us through Patreon. So this is sort of like a grassroots process that we're going through to try to document all of these items. You can do that by scanning the link up there, or going to patreon.com/ADND365. I think that's the link. And also, if you want to look at all the resources that we've got, then you can go there and you can see all of the guides that we've created. And also you can go to adnd365.com/start to look at the resources that allow you to go out and learn through example on how to set up Dynamics. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop for today and close things out, and I'll catch up with you on the next live stream again, where we're going to start looking at customer payments.